I speak unto thee this day, and I say that you are living in a time of vain works. I say you are living in a time when men are pouring themselves out for vanity, for stupidity, for darkness, yet they say they are serving me. I say you are living in a time when men are serving their own ambition, their own lust, and claim they are serving me. But I say for all of their service, I say their works are in vain. For I say that I, the living God, do not respect them, nor do I accept them, but I say they are counted as nothing before me. For I say they are the works of men. I say they are done for appearance before other men. They are done to gain recognition and for pride. And I say they are not done for me, even though they are fraudulently making use of my name. And I say that I, the living God, am not mocked by their vain works, but I say that I will curse them in the same. For I say it is me, the living God, who has had enough, and I say that I'm vindicating myself upon the ones who are full of their own vanity. That is, the ones who are bringing forth their works of falsehood, their works of whoredom, and claiming that it is for me. For I say that I, the living God, am not deceived, nor am I mocked, and when men will go on, refusing to hear my call to repent, refusing to walk uprightly in me, refusing to be serving me, I say they are going in the way of their own damnation. For I say it is me, the living God, who has sent forth my prophets, crying out, and I say they have refused to hear the same. That is, I have sent forth the truth unto them, and they have made light of it, and said it is another generation. That is, a generation that is able to sin and sin and sin again, a generation that does works that are contemptible before me, a generation that gives itself to all manner of spiritual harlotry, and yet they are all right with me. Ha! I say they are not all right with me, but I say they are a generation that is cursed, a generation that is damned, a generation that is laboring in vain. For I say they are laboring through pride, they are laboring through ambition, they are laboring through lust, and I say that it amounts to nothing before me. That is, nothing except the sentence of their own condemnation, because they've gone a-whoring from me. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, never ever intended for men to spread out in proud array as they've done in this generation. Nor have I intended for men to give themselves so much to whoredom and wine, to give themselves to so much prostitution of the truth, to give themselves to so much lying conjecture, and yet they have. And I say through their willful stubbornness, pride, disobedience, and lack of respect for me, I say they go on in their own evil ways. And I say the more that they brag, the more that I, the living God, am angered in them. For I say for all of their proud works they have brought forth nothing but the wind. I say this day that I, the living God, have intended that my own people would be subject to me, would come forth in me, would be directed by me. That is, I have intended that my own people would walk in the way that I do desire for them. That is, that they could be uplifted and brought forth, that they could be guided and directed, that they could be corrected by me. But I say, when the ones who are my people will refuse my hand over them, I say then they are ruled by their own selfishness and greed, their own lust and ambition, their own pride, and I say, of course, they are ruled by demons. And I say it is justly what they deserve, because they have refused to be ruled by me. I say this day that I, the living God, have the way wherein my people are meant to walk, and if they will walk in the same, they are ruled by justness, that is, by my mercy, my truth, and my life. But I say if they are refusing my rule over them, then they are taken in the way that will prove to be despair to them. That is, the way that they will find that all of that they have labored for is nothing but vanity and the condemnation of their souls. And I say, oh, shall they howl and moan and scream? But I say it will be too late, because they would not listen to me. I say, when I send my prophets forth, when I send my word unto thee, you are meant to pay heed to the same. That is, you are not meant to wax bolder in your pride and your spiritual whoredom, and think you are something that you are not. But I say, when I, the living God, do send forth my word, it is that you would pay heed to the same. that you would indeed allow my Spirit to search your heart, to show you where you refuse to be subject unto me. For I say you are not meant to be a wayward, careless people who are laboring in vain, doing works that amount to nothing except the destruction of their souls. But I say you are meant to be a people who are ever made wise by paying heed unto me. For I say that I, the living God, do send forth correction, I send forth direction, I send forth instruction, that my own people would pay heed to the same. And I say, when the ones who are wise pay heed to me, I say they are made all the more wiser for the same. But I say that the ones who are proud and haughty, living in the vain conceit of their own understanding, surmising themselves to be so great when they are not, I say such ones are nothing but fools. And I say they are fools because they are filled with their own ways. Now stop and consider, when I, the living God, have given thee example of what becomes of the proud, of what becomes of the stubborn, the haughty, of what becomes of the rebellious, I say, why would you want the same? That is, why would you want the cup that I, the living God, do give unto those who refuse to be ruled by me? I say you are living in an ignorant, a grossly ignorant generation, because men have shut their eyes to the truth. That is, they have refused to see what it is that I show them. They have refused to accept the signs that I give them. They have refused to hear when I speak unto them, for they are tired of me. That is, inside they are lusting for sin, they are lusting for the world, they are lusting for that which I forbid unto them. And I say now they have gone beyond the point of lusting to the total indulgence of their harlotry, of their whoredom, and I say they love it so. And I say, while they wallow themselves in the filthiness of the same, they become all the more grievous unto me. And I say, it is me, the living God, who continues to pour and to pour and to pour into the cup of wrath that I have for them. And oh, how they shall be given the same. That is, they shall be given the cup poured out unto the full, and poured again and again and again, because they have played the harlot on me. For I say that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when the ones who claim that they are my people refuse to be ruled by me, but choose instead to be ruled by demons, to be ruled by pride, to be ruled by lies, I say that I, the living God, will vindicate and vindicate and vindicate my wrath upon them. For I say, it is me, the living God, who is full of mercy unto the righteous, and likewise full of wrath unto the rebellious. And I say, when men will lie unto themselves continually, and believe their own lies, and hide themselves from me, I say that I, the living God, will hide myself from them. I say, while you think you are clever in your schemes and your dreams and your plots against me, I say you will be proven to be an utter fool. For I say that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when men will sow unto the wind, they shall of the same reap their own damnation. I say you are living in a time when men are full of vain works. For I say they think they are approved of men, they think they are impressing me, but it is not so. For I say, while they build out of competition, while they strive by ambition, while they seek to achieve what it is that I, the living God, never intended for them, I say they only prove what fools they are. For I say that I intended that my own people would walk humbly before me, would seek my counsel and walk in the same. But I say, when you throw off my counsel, when you despise my word, when you hate what it is that I have for thee, what is left for you. I say, what is left for you is the course of your own destruction, your own damnation. I say, so it is in this wayward generation that many who think they are all right with me because they name my name will find that it is not true. For I say their labors are in vain, their works are in vain, and I say that all that they do is a stench unto me. For I say they live in religiosity and pride, they live in contempt towards me, and oh yes, they think they have it all together. I say all that they have together is the vain conjecture of their own minds, for I say they are not well-pleasing unto me. I say, if men will not allow me, the living God, to bear rule over them, to search their hearts, to try their reins, what is it that they do? I say they take themselves down the road that will prove to be devastation, that will prove to be futility and despair. For For I say all the while they strut, they boast when they are in their prime, but I say that the end shall come to them. And I say when they end in the heap of ruination, devastation, and all shall scoff and scorn them, I say, where is it all that they labored for? I say it shall not be with them, for I, the living God, will cause their riches to make themselves wings. I say this day when a man is feeble, when a man is diseased, when a man is sick, I would ask you what good are his riches unto him. For I say he is unable to indulge the flesh that he preferred above the spirit life that is found in me. And I say he's unable to enjoy the fulfillment of his lust, his greed, for all of it is simply pain all the more. For I say it is me, the living God, who brings men down, and all that they've sought in opposition to me is nothing but a whip upon them. I say this day it is only a fool who will oppose me. It is only a stubborn, proud idiot who walks in his own way. And I say when you see him in the final throes of devastation, despair, when you see him trembling, when you see him diseased and weak, I say, what has he gained through all of his rebellion against me? I say that he's gained the whip that is beating and beating and beating him down, which is his own fault, his own doing, and his own pride. And I say you will see in the end that the bitterness of those who resist my rule over them is never ending. And I say it is because they are given the bitter cup of my wrath, my fury, my indignation revealed. I say that all who hold grudges in their heart against me, who accuse me and abuse me in their thoughts and their words and even in their doings, will receive the retribution of the same. For I say that I, the living God, am not cruel, nor am I oppressive, and men cause the same to be brought unto them, because that is the way that they treat me. That is, they think I'm some cruel thing, I'm some mean dictator, when it is not true at all. And I say they regard me as their enemy, when really they claim they love me. Oh, what hypocrites they are. For I say they regard me as their enemy because their hearts are full of their own way. Their hearts are full of their own love of self. And I say that their hearts are full of pride. I say when a man or a woman will resist my way, and they make their own selves, and they think the same is acceptable to me, oh, how deceived they are. For I say that I, the living God, refused my own people, even though they thought they were fine with me. That is, through their own pride, through their religious self-righteousness, through their ambition and lust, oh, how great they were. But I say they were not found acceptable to me because they would not give their hearts unto me. But I say they preferred to give their hearts to the ways of the heathen, to the idols they serve, and I say that they loved it so. I say that I, the living God, am not mocked, and even though a man may wear a religious facade, put on a vain show, and even do what he thinks are great works, I say that it is all in vain. For I say it really boils down to, will a man be faithful unto me? That is, will he allow me, the living God, to bear rule over him? Will he allow me to be his king? That is, will he allow me to be his Lord and Savior, the one who rules supreme? I say you are living in a time when multitudes lay claim to my name, but I say that I do not know them, and they will have no portion with me. For I say they will not yield themselves over unto me, but I say they yield themselves to idols, they yield themselves to the love of self, they yield themselves to every vile thing that comes along, yet I say they are steadfastly refusing me. I say, what shall be the end of such ones? I say it shall be ruination. I say it shall be devastation. I say that it will be damnation. For I say there is one way that I, a living God, have prepared, and my people are men to walk in the same. I say this day when you see the corruption, the filthiness, the vileness that has kindled my wrath, my fury, my indignation, I say be thankful that I, the living God, am bringing my retributive justice in these times. For I say that I will not have a hypocritical, pretentious people who are full of their own way. But I say that I will indeed be punishing and punishing and punishing those who have built in vanity and pride, those who have built in lust and ambition, those who have built everything except allow me, the living God, to bear rule over them. For I say, for all of their so-called works, they will find themselves naked and bare. They will find themselves full of filthiness, when I, the living God, shall reveal them in the fullness of their sins. And I say, they shall find themselves under the wrath, the fury revealed, and no man shall free them from the same. For I say, it is me, the living God, who does vindicate myself upon the whores, upon the prostitutes, upon the drunkards, upon the thieves and the liars who call themselves my people. I say, give thanks and praise.